What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Roliver Queen. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing good. And happy motherfucking Wednesday. Happy motherfucking new comic book day. Hope you motherfuckers went out and bought some fucking comics. Uh, Please support your local comic book shops. But if you want to be a lazy sack of shit, that's totally okay. Just make sure you go on Comixology.com and buy your comics digitally. Give some people a couple minutes to just slide on in here. But let's just get some housekeeping stuff done. Let me go over here to my other screen. Apologies. But yeah, man, it's first time here. It's your boy Rover Queen. Um, Lately, I've been doing live streams, but I've also been doing some scripted content as well. So I do talk about various things that's happening, mainly in the DC universe. I have a lot of great deep dives. My last one was this Red Hood joint right here, which I'm really proud of. But yeah, man, go ahead, give your boy a like, give your boy subscribe, and as you see on the bottom right here, the road to 500 subs continues. So go ahead, first time here, check out the content, and please hit your boy up with a subscription. And once again, I also want to apologize for the last stream. I know that was very hectic. We had a bunch of trolls up in the chat, not trolls. We had a bunch of bots up in the chat, but I figured out how to silence them finally. But please excuse me for that hiccup. And I know the connection was going in and out. But now I am hardwired into the router. Excuse me. So hopeful that this will be a much smoother stream, and hopefully when I have guests on, it'll be a much smoother stream as well. But we got one person up in here. We got my boy Kenny. Kenny said, "Don't apologize. Fuck them spam and bots. For real. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you, Kenny." But yeah, y'all. You guys are here to see the top 200 list of February. Excuse me, not February. Jesus Christ. July 2022. So let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. So here we are. Um, so as you guys know how I do this, I will go through. I'll go through these in tens, then I will give my opinion after I list the 10. So let's get ready to go. In 3, 2, 1, boom. All right, y'all. So first up is Batman. I believe this is issue 125 because it doesn't say. Second is Star Wars The Mandalorian #1. 3 is Daredevil #1. 4 is Amazing Spider-Man #5. 5 is Amazing Spider-Man #6. We got for #6 we got Avengers dash X-Men dash Eternals Judgment Day #1. #7, making its way to the list for the first time, is Dark Crisis #2. So guys, if you are seeing the thumbnail, or if you click on the thumbnail, I said purposely on the thumbnail, did Dark Crisis flop? The reason why I did that was because for some strange reason, issue #1 was not on the sales list last year. I suspect that was either a mistake or probably somebody who writes these ICV2 articles. No, excuse me. Somebody who compiles this list probably purposely left it off to feed into the narrative that it is not doing well, because there were some rumors circulating that shops underordered Dark Crisis #1. Supposedly DC was letting shops return their copies, or what the usual whenever they suspect a book is not doing well. So that's what we heard was happening with Dark Crisis #1, which is why I thought it was not on the list last month. But #2 is #7 out of 200. So like I said, maybe it was just a mistake. Maybe it was just somebody feeding into the narrative that the series was not selling well. But it's good to see here. #8, we have Fortnite, Marvel, Zero War number two. Number nine, we have X-Men Hellfire Gala number one. And rounding things off at number 10 is Avengers X-Men Eternals Eve Judgment number one. Like I said, we having Batman at number one is not surprising. I wasn't a big fan of Batman 125, but this was Chip Zdarsky's first issue on the series. So, obviously people love Chip Zdarsky. I love his work, but I wasn't feeling 125, but the streets were. And of course, it's Batman. So this makes perfect fucking sense. There was a lot of hype going into this issue, this brand new jumping on point. So again, it makes sense. Daredevil number one. Daredevil is another Chip Zdarsky book. I loved it. It gave me nostalgic vibes from the very first time that I picked up the last number one that Chip Zdarsky wrote. Again, it it kind of touches on what happened before, but not too much to the point where anybody could just hop on. Now we got Daredevil. Well, both Daredevils. They're now parts of the Fist. So that's really interesting. As always, Chicharo's doing his thing as well. So again, I wasn't a big fan of them, relaunching Daredevil since it's the same creative team, but it is what it is. I had a great time issue number one. Not the biggest fan of Spider-Man, as always. Not reading any of the Avengers, X-Men, Eternal stuff. I just don't care. Like I said, Dark Crisis 2, great to see it here. No secret, I love Dark Crisis. Having a great time with it. I think the marketing and the behind the scenes stuff happening regarding Dark Crisis is just really weird. It's bizarre, but good to see it selling well. Good to see people are interested, and yeah, good for it. Good for it. I could go on and on about Dark Crisis, but I won't. Yeah, X-Men Hellfire Gala, not surprising. Hellfire Gala is just a fucking gimmick now. It's just, hey, let's just throw the X-Men together in these ridiculous suits and let's just switch up the team. And, they realize, well, Marvel realizes that they can make a shit ton of money with this and people keep buying into this nonsense. So, again, it makes sense. But other than that, I have not much here to say about this first 10. We got Merlo up in the chat. Merlo, what's going on? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. So let's move on to this next batch. So starting off at 11 is Immortal X-Men number 4. At number 12, we have Saga number 60. Number 13, we have Moon Knight 13. 14 is Flashpoint Beyond number 3. 15 is Star Wars 25. 16 is Ghost Rider number 4. 17 is Poison Ivy number 2. 18 is Wolverine 23. 19 is Joker 15. And rounding things off at 20 is Gambit number 1. Not much to say here. Like I said, good to see Flashpoint Beyond is still going strong. I understand people ain't fucking with Jeff Johns, but this is a good book. And also, Jeff Johns is not the only one that is writing it. Also, got to give credit to Jeremy Adams and Tim Sheridan. It's a really good book. It lines up. It comes out, literally the same time as Dark Crisis. So, like I said, I can't wait to see how this all gels together. And also, I did put this out on Twitter. There's some stuff happening in Zdarsky's Batman where I think that will tie into things as well, but I'm not going to spoil. If you know, you know. Maybe I will make a video about this. Other than that, Wolverine, like I said, I dropped off. Poison Ivy, I think I might pick that up at some point. But yeah, not much here to say. Oh yeah, that's right. There is something to say here. Joker 15, this is the last of the series. Tynan's been doing his thing, supposedly. And again, this has just been a consistently strong series. Never thought I'd see Joker in the top fucking 10. But you know what? Tynan's been doing his thing. I think I think between this and Batman, I think this is the book he's been putting his best effort in. So it's good to see. Good to see. One day maybe I'll pick it up. And Gambit number 1. Don't care about Claremont. Don't care about X-Men. Let's move on. 21, 21, 21. We are starting off with Batman 89, 6 out of 6. 22, we have DC versus Vampires, number 7 out of 12. 23 is Detective Comics 1062. 24 is Twig, number 3. 25 is Captain America Sentinel of Liberty, number 2. 26 is Batman Superman's World's Finest, number 5. 27 is Carnage, number 4. 28 is Jane Foster and the Mighty Thor, number 2. 29 is Strange Academy, number 18. And 30 is Punisher, number 4. All right, all right, all right. What can I pick apart here? Um, I forgot Batman 89 was still a thing. Did that book get delayed or just people just stopped talking about it? Could be a mix of both. I don't know. DC versus Vampires. Like I said, this is looking like it's gonna be the new Deceased. It's, from what I can see here, it's been selling pretty well. And we all know Tom Taylor's time on Deceased is wrapping up, probably because he has his hands in a couple other things. But yeah, one day I'll go and check this out. I've been hearing nothing but good things about it. Detective Comics 1062. This is Ram V's first issue on the book, which I thought was spectacular. I love the art style. I love the vibe. Has this opera gothic feel, a little bit of horror mixed in there as well. So I'm fucking with it, man. I still do miss Mariko Tamaki though. I still do miss Mariko Tamaki. I still think Mariko Tamaki did an amazing job on Detective, and that's I think I think I said it last time on stream. I'm probably gonna pick up her stuff in trade as well. Not reading Captain America, not reading World's Finest, even though I should because it looks like some things are happening there. AKA Alfred is back from the dead. That nigga is done hiding in the bushes and he's back. Let's see here. Carnage not reading. Yeah, everything else here, nope, not much to say. Let's move on to the 30s. Let's move on to the 30s. And guys, just let me know if you guys can hear me and see me fine. Actually, well, not see, but just let me know if you can hear me fine. I just want to make sure this new connection is working without any issues. But in the meantime, let's move on to the 30s. Let's move on to the 30s. We got 31. Batman Killing Time, number 5. 32, we have Something's Killing the Children, number 25. Number 33 is Grimm, number 3. 34 is Avengers 58. 35 is Star Wars Darth Vader, 25. 36 is Berserker, number 9. 37 is Sabretooth, number 5. 38 is Fantastic Four, number 45. 39 is New Mutants, 27. And rounding things off at 40 is Spider Man 2099, Exodus, number 4. And Kenny said, "You are good. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother." Let's see here. Killing Time. Good to see. I don't know. I love pointing this out. Despite how much people hate Tom King's work, man, still shining. Um, Killing Time being 31 out of 200 is beautiful. So good for King, man. Good for King. Good for King. Avengers 58. I could have sworn when I did this last month, uh, Avengers was lower on the list. Why the fuck is it higher on the list? Again, people who are buying Jason Aaron's Avengers, show yourself so I can report you to the feds, so I can report you to the cops. Possibly also so I can, throw hands with you, bro. Because what is going on here, bro? But thank God Jason Aaron is leaving the book, and we have a brand new Avengers series coming on right after. Let's see here. Let's see here. Not much to say about these other books here. Good to say Something is Killing the Children is still doing very well. Another Tynan book. Homie's just been chilling, man. Just been riding the wave since he left DC. So good for him, man. Good for him. But yeah, let's move on to the 40s. Let's move on to the 40s. Oh, actually, New Mutants. Isn't that Vida Ayala's book? Good for her, man. Good for her. I mean, good for them. Good for them. But yeah, let's move on to 41. 41, 41. We got Dark Crisis Worlds Without a Justice League Superman number 1. 42, we have Moon Knight Black, White, and Gold number 3. 43 is She-Hulk number 5. 44 is DC versus Vampires All Out War number 1. 45 is Nightwing 94. 46 is Spawn 331. 47 is Venom number 9. 48 is King Spawn number 12. 49 is Black Adam number 2. And rounding things off at 50 is Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi number 3. Again, good to see Tom King, still killing it here in the top 50. I really enjoyed this issue. It was raw. Um, it was full of grit. The art worked perfectly. Yeah, this King and that style art. I forget who the artist was. It just worked. The tone, everything just flowed well together. And again, this was literally just DC just getting their rocks off again with this whole John Kent being aged up. This is literally just Clark enjoying his time with his kid, instead of him, missing out on, like, I don't know, God knows how many years it was, when John went off world and then he came back aged up. So this was well needed. I think this was the perfect time for this series to come out, especially with Superman, quote unquote, being dead in Dark Crisis, and him living in his own little fairy tale world, which is what these one shots are. But yeah, I really enjoyed this issue, and it makes sense that it's so high up in the list. DC versus Vampires, like I said before, just selling well. So good for Rosenberg, good for that whole entire brand. Nightwing 94, not reading the book, can't stand Tom Taylor on the book, but Nightwing just being in the top 50 overall is just a win for me still. So salute. Other than that, Black Adam number 2, love it. Christopher Priest just doing amazing work on that book, especially with how the last issue turned out, man. So good to see, good to see, good to see. Like I said, if you're not a fan of Christopher Priest, or you're just not a fan of how Black Adam has been turning out, I'd say, I still say check it out, man. Check it out. Don't wait for trade. Check it out. Check it out. Yeah, or wait for trade. Actually, no, don't wait for trade, man, because I want to see this book do well. But yeah, for real, check out Black Adam. But other than that, not really checking out much else from here. So let's move on. So now we are in the 50s. Everything else above this you got for free. Everything else from here on now is the shit you got to pay for. And as always, I just want to give a shout out to AJ for hooking me up with the ICV2 subscription. So let's go, man. This is the shit you got to pay for. So let's see how these other books are performing. So 51, we got a Marauders number 4. 52, we have Star Wars Han Solo Chewbacca number 4. 53, we have Ant-Man number 1. 54, we have What If Miles Morales number 5. 55 is Closet number 2 out of 3. 56 is Legion of X number 3. 57 is Fantastic Four number 2. 58 is Gunslinger Spawn number 10. 59 is Spider-Gwen, Gwenverse number 4, and rounding things off at 60 is Spider-Punk number 3 out of 5. Looks like looks like What If Miles Morales slipped a little bit, but it's still in the top 100. So like I said, despite how Twitter felt about that last issue, or just the series in general, people are checking out that book. Let's see here. Not much to say here. Is Legion of X a reprint? Not sure. But yeah, not much to say here, man. Not much to say here. Ant-Man number 1. For number 1, it's kind of low, but is this a reprint? Maybe. Did I see this up above? I can't even remember. What is my memory? But anyways, yeah, not much to say here. Not much to say here. Let's move on to the next batch. Actually, no, Spider-Punk. This is just like I cannot remember. I can't remember what nationalities is this Spider-Man. But good to see it's in the top 100. And I know it just got announced that Spider-Punk is gonna be in Into the Spider-Verse. So good for this, man. Good for this. Kenny said, "What are we cracking open to drink?" I am not drinking tonight. I went out drinking last night. I didn't get hammered, but I did drink quite a bit. So I'm giving my liver and my body a bit of a break tonight. But I will be drinking this weekend as always. So thank you, Kenny, for asking. But yeah, we're not drinking tonight. Let's see here. Let's start off with the next batch. So 61 is Venom Lethal Protector number 4. 62 is Black Panther number 7. 63 is The Flash 784. 64 is Savage Avengers number 3. 65 is Superman Son of Kal-El 13. 66 is Avengers Forever number 7. 67 is Miles Morales Spider-Man number 40. 68 is Star Wars Bounty Hunters number 25. 69 is Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings number 1. Is that a reprint? And rounding things off at 70 is Amazing Spider-Man number 4. All right. How what to take away from this? Before I do, we got the homie, a nerd named Mark in the building. Curious to see where Power Rangers will place. Yeah, I checked out this list beforehand. Yeah, it's roughly the same, but we'll get there. If I'm not mistaken, it may be a little higher too. But yeah, we'll get there. Don't worry. Um, Black Panther number 7. It looks like this book has slipped a little bit. I remember this book being high up on the list a while back, but I don't know. Maybe people are not feeling this supposed, displacement of T'Challa. So there's been some speculation that because T'Challa is gone in the movies, that they're trying to get rid of him, or just like kind of sideline him in other forms of media. So this may be playing into why Black Panther is slipping, but still, it's still in the top 100, so it's still not bad at all. The Flash 784, yeah, this I feel like this definitely shot up a little bit. This just shot up quite a lot. Uh, like I said, it should be a top 50 too, but should be a top 50 book, but still, number 63, salute. It's a fucking loot, man. Salute. Um, let's see here. Savage Avengers number 3, great book. Which should be, no, this is a book that should be top 50 as well. Should be some better than the Avengers book. Should be a top 10 book if we're being completely honest. There's amazing work is being done on that book. Superman Son of Kal-El. Like I said, this book is just consistent in the 60s, 70s range. Like I said, with sales like this being in the top 100, the book is not going anywhere. So I love pointing that out for people who swear this book is in the toilet. It's not going anywhere, guys. It's 65 out of fucking 200, but it's good. It's good. Let's see here. Miles Morales. I could have sworn Miles Morales was higher up on the list last month. I don't know, but it definitely slipped a little bit. But still, not bad. Still the top 100. Other than that, not much to point out here. Well, not much else to point out. We got Mark saying, "I assumed they were going to push T'Challa from the forefront." Uh, yeah, man, it's weird. It's weird. Like I said, I my stance was, bro, I get what's happening in the movies is happening. I get why, but just leave the other mediums be, bro. Like I like the degree of separation. If you're gonna take the child away from the movies, then cool, that's fine. But I would at least like him to be pretty stationary in whatever other forms of media, because I hate. I'm not a big fan of synergy, especially when it comes to that type of stuff. But yeah, he said, Mark also said the writing for Miles has been inconsistent the last 5 to 6 issues, and honestly, it's starting to lose reader support. Is this for the uh, ongoing or the what if? Because I know there's some stuff regarding the what if book, but yeah, let me know. Let's see here. I think that's about it. Let's move on to the 70s. Move on to the 70s. So we got Batman One Dark Knight number 3. We got Dark Crisis Young Justice number 2. We got Batman the Night number 7 at 73. We have 74. Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi number 2. We got 75 is Starhands Dragon and Boar number 1. We got 76 Strange number 4. 77 Batman Beyond Neo Year number 4. 78 Captain Carter number 4 or 5. 79 Knights of X number 1. And rounding things off at 80 is Alien Annual number 1. All right. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah, Batman One, Dark Knight number three. Oh, I think no one. Oh, that's the Black Label joint. Okay, okay, good. I've been hearing good things about that. Dark Crisis Young Justice number two. This book was low key a mess. Well, this issue was kind of a mess. I'll take that back. It wasn't entirely a mess, but again, it's another case of the writer writing for Twitter. But I do see the point that they were trying to get across with this issue though, but it just could have been executed a lot better, a lot better. Let's see here. Batman Beyond Neo Year. Still, I feel like this book definitely slipped quite a bit. Started off strong, but then again, still it's in the top 100, so not bad at all. Not bad at all. Knights of X. Is this the I keep forgetting because I'm not following the X Men stuff. Is this the what's that fucking book Teeny Howard did for X Men? Was Excalibur? Is this what this is? The continuation of that? But anyways, yeah. Alien Annual, not reading Alien, but yeah, not much to say here. Batman Tonight. I feel like this should be higher, especially since it's a Chip Zdarsky book. But I don't know. People probably just don't care about OG Bruce Wayne. But let's move on. Let's move on to the 80s. And thank you for clarifying that up, Mark. It is on. It was the ongoing. So 81, we got 8 Billion Genius number three. We got Iron Man 21 at 82. 83 is Jurassic League number three. 84 is Defenders Beyond number one. 85 is She Hulk number four. 86 is Batman Beyond the White Knight number four. 87 is Star Wars Darth Vader 24. 88 is Little Monsters number five. 89 is Godzilla versus Power Rangers number four. And number 90 is Iron Cats number one. All right, let's see here. What to dissect? You get to see. Jurassic League is definitely slipping a little bit, but still not bad. What else? Batman Beyond the White Knight number four. Is that a reprint? I feel like that could be a reprint because I know those books typically tend to sell higher. Like I said, I'm a fan of what Sean Gordon Murphy is doing with the White Knight stuff. But yeah, not much else to say here. Oh, Godzilla versus Power Rangers. Good to see at least a Power Rangers book is in the top 100. Unfortunately, it's not any of the current ongoings. Well, any of the two ongoings. But yeah, let's we could move on here. Um, Number 91, we have House of Slaughter. Number 7, we got 92, New Fantastic Four, number 21. 93 is Once and Future, 27. 94 is Batman Catwoman, 12 out of 12. 95 is DC versus Vampires Killers, number 1. Is that a reprint? 96 is Superman Space Age, number 1. 97 is Star Wars Halcyon Legacy, number 4. 98 is Captain Marvel 39, and 99 Catwoman 45, and rounding things off at 100 is Black Adam Justice Society Files Hawkman number 1. All right. Let's see here. Good to see Batman Catwoman is done. Because Lord knows that she has been going on forever. We got DC versus Vampires. Like I said before, the DC versus Vampire stuff is just killing it. What else here? Catwoman 45. I swear this book slips and slips and slips and slips with each month. Like I said, Tina Howard is not doing good work on that book, and it's clearly showing, but it's still a top 100 book. So you know what? It is what it is. But like I said, I don't see this book going past. I don't see it going past 50. I don't see it going past 50. I do not see it going past 50. Good to see the Black Adam Society stuff is doing well. In fact, it could be a little higher, especially since it's a number 1. But it is a one shot also, and Black Adam is getting a bit of a push, but it is what it is. But yeah, not what else? What else? Yeah, not much else to say regarding this. And apologies, guys. I know I'm going through this a little quickly. Um, I would typically have AJ here, but AJ couldn't make it. And also, shout out to the 4 people in the chat. We got a nerd named Mark who's here. We got Merlo. We got Kenny. If you are a first time viewer of the channel, or make yourself known, have a ball in the chat. Enjoy yourself. Crack open a drink. Enjoy this top 200 list. But let's move on to the 101s, just the 100s. So we got X-Men Red #4 at 101. We got at 102 Robin 16, 104. Excuse me, 103 is Spawn Scorched. 104 is Captain America Symbol of Truth #3. 105 is Dual Powerbomb #2. 106 is Avengers 57. 107 is Batgirls #8. 108 is X-Men 12. 109 is Maestro World War #5. And rounding things off at 110 is The Walking Dead Deluxe 42. Let's see here. Sad to see Robin is ending. Again, this is another book that should be a little higher, but I wouldn't be surprised if interest is just dwindled because of the abrupt ending of that book. Captain America Symbol of Truth, I think that's the Sam Wilson one. Yeah, I feel like it should be higher, but then again, I'm not reading the book, so I can't speak on the quality. But yeah, I figured, since it's 2 Captain America books, especially since both Captain Americas are, people that people like, figured to be doing a little better, but still not bad. Avengers 57. Why is this in the 100s, the high 100s? Why? I want to fight everybody responsible. Batgirls #8. Listen, I feel like this is another book that slips with each month. And like I said, Batgirls fans deserve what they get with this book. And they deserve what happened, to their characters. They deserve what happened to both Steph and Cass in the latest Batman issue, which I won't spoil. Actually, I won't spoil. They got their asses kicked. Getting your asses kicked, in the main Batman book. The Batgirls book has been submitted, and now the Batgirl movie got canceled. This is what happens when you're part of a toxic fan base, at least online. But anyways, but yeah, not much else to say here. I feel like X-Men is definitely a reprint because there's no way it's that low. But yeah, let's move on to the 110s. It's 110s. All right. We got 111 is Frank Frazetta Death Dealer #3. 112 is Action Comics 1045. 113 is Moon Knight #12. 114 is Iron Cat #2. 115 is Wolverine Patch #4. 116 is Star Wars Dr. Alpha or Afra. Like that book has. Is it Afra? And I've just been saying the Alpha, and I've just been saying Alpha because I thought it says Alpha, or it was just a typo, whatever. 117 is Justice League versus Legion of Superheroes. Why is this book still coming out? King Conan at 118. 119 is Star Wars Dr. Afra. Okay, yeah, that's definitely Afra. 22 and 120 is Venom Lethal Protector #3. Let's see here. Action Comics, once again, should not be this low. Y'all have that book trending almost every other week or every other month, and the sale, it doesn't reflect in the sales. What are y'all doing, bro? Like I said, tweets do not equate to sales. Okay, so quit going on fucking Read Comic or whatever pirate site that you're going on, and go to the comic book shop and fucking support this book. Like I said, with how much praise this book gets online, and deservedly so, and how many times I've seen it trending, it should be at least a top 100, if not top 50 book. So please cut the shit. There's no reason why Action Comics should be this low. Granted, 112 is not a bad number. 112 by 200 is not bad, but still, it should be higher, especially with how popular it is online. So get your asses to the comic book shop and fucking support this book. I don't know how many times I gotta say it. Just go fucking support the book. Let's see here. Anything else I want to talk about? Yeah, don't know why this book is still a thing. People don't care about it. Justice League is not even the Justice League is not even around, and the Legion of Superheroes, nobody's given a shit about them since, you know, really haven't been giving a shit about these guys in a while, especially since Bendis has been on that book. But anyways, yeah, don't know why it's as high as it is, but still, it's still not high-ish, but still, I feel like this should be way lower on the list. But then again, I guess Bendis' name still carries some fucking weight. Let's see here. I think that's about it for commentary. Mark said Action Comics should at least be 75. At least, bro. At least. At least. Like, there's no way that Son of Kal-El of all books is selling better than Action Comics. And people like Action Comics. It's always some mixed reviews about Superman Son of Kal-El. It doesn't make sense, but it doesn't make sense to me at all. Let's move on to the 120s. 121 is Guinness Vel Captain Marvel #1. 122 is Detective Comics 1061. 123 is Savage Spider-Man #5. 124 is Firepower by Kirkman and Samney. 125 is Iron Batman #11. 126 is Variants #1. Is that a reprint? Because that's low for #1. All right. 127 is Batman Legend 17. 128 is Mad Balls versus Garbage Pail Kids #1. 129 is Excellent #5. And 130 is Wonder Woman 789. All right. Detective Comics 1061. I could have sworn I saw this on the list last month. This is probably a reprint, which is great. Okay, yeah, it's definitely a reprint. Let's see here. Iron Batman. Yeah, I'm not giving up on Iron Batman yet, but these last 2 issues have not been doing it. Have not been doing it at all, man. I hate to say it, but really, really treating this shit like a social justice pet project. And I feel like the book is kind of going off the rails, but I hope Ridley can reel it in, especially with Bruce stopping by New York soon, and we are getting a Dark Crisis tie-in. But yeah, man, I see a lot of potential in this book. But I guess the last 2 issues have not been hitting it for me, so it makes sense why it's so low on the list this time around. Batman Urban Legends 17. Like I said, that book is just weird, but I get it. I understand it. It's where you throw all the lower tier creatives, and yeah, it's where you throw the lower tier creators, man, and the lower tier Gotham characters together, so people feel like their favorite characters that aren't the main Bat family, I feel like their characters are getting some shine. But yeah, I haven't been picking that up in a while. Other than that, not much to say here. Not much to say here. No. Yeah, nope. Wonder Woman. Like I said, this whole entire Wonder Woman line needs a brand new fucking creative team. This just it's not hitting. And then Mark said, Son of Kal-El shouldn't be higher. I stopped pulling after issue 9. Yeah, man, I'm not gonna call it a mess, but it definitely should not be selling as high as it is. Actually, what's not selling? Yeah, it shouldn't be selling as high as it is. Action Comics should be higher. Come on, by a milestone at that. Let's see here. Let's move to 131. So we got X-Force 29. 132 is the Variants #2. 133 is Rogues #3. 134 is Deadpool Bad Blood. Number 135 is Swamp Thing 15/16. 136 is Barbaric Harvest Blades One Shot. 137 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Armageddon Game Opening Movies #1. 138 is Sandman Universe Nightmare Country #4. 139 is Grim #1. God, how many times has this book been reprinted? And 140 is Undiscovered Country #19. Yeah, not reading X-Force Variants. That's a miniseries. I feel like that should be a little higher, but then again, I haven't been keeping tabs on what the reviews have been like for that book. Rogues, is that the Joshua Williamson joint? I'm surprised it's selling this low. Oh, odd. But then again, probably people just prefer Williamson's ongoing stuff versus this Elseworlds book. Other than that, not much to say here. Good to see Grim #1 is still popping up on the list even after months later. So good for that. That book must be slapping. But yeah, not too much else to say here. Now we in the 140s. All right, 141 is Immortal X-Men #3. 142 is Harley Quinn 17. 143 is 8 Billion Genius #2. 144 is Action Comics 1044. 145 is Amazing Spider-Man #2. 146 is Hulk #7. 147 is Spawn Scorched #7. 148 is Amazing Spider-Man #3. That's definitely a reprint. 149 is Fortnite X Marvel Zero War #1. And rounding things off at 150 is Skybound X25. All right, all right, all right. Anything to point out here? No, not really. Harley Quinn. Yeah, weird book. Action Comics 1044. I figured this might be a reprint. Yeah, this is definitely a reprint because 1045 is the one that I just mentioned. So, okay, I guess people are showing up for this book a little more than I'm giving them credit for. But yeah, everything else here, like I said, not either reprints or stuff I don't really care too much about, to be honest. Let's see here. Let's move on to the 151s. 151s. All right, so we got 151 is Star Wars Han Solo Chewbacca. 152 is Sonic the Hedgehog #50. 153 is Batman Fortress #3. Damn, this book is fucking tanking. 154 is Alice Ever After #4. 155 is Robin 15. Definitely, that got to be a reprint. 156 is Something is Killing the Children 24. 157 is Spider-Man 2099 Exodus #3. 158 is Batman Superman World's Finest #4. That's definitely a reprint. 159 is Black Adam #1. Oh, that's a reprint. And 160 is Artemis Wanted #1. Damn, I don't think that's a reprint. That came out last month. Shit. Okay. All right. Let's see here. What to dissect? Robin, yeah, definitely a reprint. I think this is after Shadow War. Batman Fortress #3. Yeah, it seems like this book has just been slipping and slipping and slipping and slipping since its debut. Um, yeah, don't know what's going on there. I've seen some panels, a couple pages, and yeah, not for me. Let's see here. Batman Superman's World's Finest. Good to see that book is still hitting reprints. Is this the issue where the Batman Superman fusion happens? Yeah, it's not surprising that book is hot in the streets. Black Adam #1 is definitely a reprint for sure. So good to see that, man. Good to see people are fucking with Christopher Priest. So it's good shit, good shit, good shit. And Artemis Wanted #1, yeah, this should be a little higher. Should be a little higher, but like I said, Trial of the Amazons was not great. So I could definitely see why people are a little lukewarm to anything that's spinning out of that. But other than that, let's move on to the 160s. 160s. So we got Captain America Symbol Issues #2, Amazing Spider-Man #1. That's definitely a reprint. 163 is Dark Spaces Wildfire #1. 164 is Rogues Gallery #1. 165 is Task Force Z #10. 166 is Mighty Morphin 21. So it's a little higher for Mighty Morphin. Okay. 167 is Sabre Tooth #4. 168 is The Walking Dead Deluxe 43. 169 is Poison Ivy #1. That's probably a reprint. And 170 is Iron Man Hellcat Annual #1. A lot of these look like they're reprints. But I feel like Mighty Morphin's a little higher than what I've seen it before, or this could just be the same spot it was in last month. Let's see here. Not much to say. Poison Ivy. Good to see people are rocking with it because I definitely saw issue 2 up above. But yeah, not much just to say here. I can't wait for Task Force Z to wrap up because This is definitely a new direction for Jason, so I'm waiting for that one to just kind of lay on the back burner. Not back burner, but let that stack and then I'll read it in one go. But yeah, not much to say here. Not much to say here. Feels like there's a lot of reprints and stuff I'm not reading. But let's just move on, man. Let's move on. So we're in the 170s. We're nearing the end. 171, we got Silver Coin. Number 12. 172 is Public Domain number 2. 173 is Multiversity Team Justice number 2. 174 is Monkey Prince number 6. Man, that book's definitely sinking. 175 is Newbie Queen of the Amazons number 2. 176 is Department of Truth 19. 177 is Ice Cream Man 31. 178 is Spawn number 1 30th anniversary. 179 is Star Wars Crimson Reign number 5. And rounding things off at 180 is 8 Billion Genius number 1. Damn. Multiversity Team Justice. Yeah, don't know what they're doing with that book. I know that's not a reprint. This could just be the first print, but this was I don't know. I don't know what they're doing there. Monkey Prince, crazy, man. People say they want these characters. They want representation, especially on Twitter. But there's no reason why a character like this, or and with the great creative team on top of it. I know Gene Yang does amazing work, but I wonder what's going on. Why this book is so low? Why? I don't understand it. Maybe it could be, maybe the quality is not great, or once again people are just not supporting when they say they want these type of characters. Who knows? Newbie Queen of the Amazons number 2. I don't think this is a first print. Like I said, a lot of the stuff spitting out of Trial of the Amazons wasn't great. Trial of the Amazons wasn't great, so I'm not surprised that if this is the first print, this is selling pretty low. Other than that, not much else to say here. We're getting near the end. Let's move on to the 180s. We got 181, which is Prometheus 1313 number 1. 182 is Batman 124. That's definitely a reprint. 183 is Gunslinger Spawn number 9. 184 is Absolution number 1. 185 is Nightwing 93. That's definitely a reprint. 186 is Future State Gotham number 15. Jesus. 187 is Miles Morales Spider-Man 39. It's definitely a reprint. 188 is Deathstroke Inc. number 11. I wonder, wait, Deathstroke, is that with the new writer? Damn. 189 is Suicide Squad Blaze number 3, and 190 is DC Mech number 1. All right. A couple of these are reprints. Future State Gotham, definitely not a reprint, and I'm glad it's finally ending. Future State Gotham is ending. Should have not been a thing. Don't know why Williamson even started it, and he's not even finishing it. And the book should have just ended a while ago, but hey, some way, somehow people are still buying this, so whatever. Miles Morales, yeah, this feels like it's a reprint for sure. The Miles Morales book. And Deathstroke Inc. 11. This came at the end of the month, so I kind of feel like, if this came out a little earlier, it might have been a little higher on the list. But yeah, it literally came out last week, so I don't know. I like what's happening with the new run. I think it's Ed Brisson. So he's doing amazing work there with it so far. It's a nice little year one story. So I never seen Deathstroke. I never read a Deathstroke year one story. I'm pretty sure one existed before this, but I guess this is more modernized. And Green Arrow just popped up in the last issue, so you already know I'm hyped. But other than that, not much else to say here. Let's move on to the last 10. So we got 191 Power Rangers 21, 192 Harley Quinn 16, 193 Public Domain number 1, 194 The Marvels number 12, 195 is Wolverine Patch number 3, 196 is Basilic number 9, 197 is Prodigy Icarus Society number 1, 198 is Radiant Black 16, 199 is Captain America Sentinel of Liberty number 1, and rounding things off at 200 is Fables 153 of 162. All right. Yeah, no reason why Power Rangers is this low. We already spoke about that, me and a nerd named Mark. But hopefully with the brand new jumping on point in Power Rangers 100, I think this book will be in a better place once that happens. Captain America: Son of Liberty definitely has to be a reprint. But yeah, that's about it for me in terms of any commentary on these last 10. I feel like a lot of this is reprint stuff I'm not reading, or just stuff that's just not selling well. But yeah, guys, this is the top 200 for July 2022. Hold on, let me answer this comment. Power Rangers 100 will probably crack top 100. It'll be a key issue, yes, for sure. Um, but yeah, guys, this is the top 200 list for July 2022. So yeah, let me know if you're watching this on the replay. What do you think about your favorite series that you're following? What do you think about their rankings? Anything that you were surprised by, anything that you were disappointed by? Let me know down below in the comments. Let's chat. And again, if this is your first time, popping into the channel and you like what you see, please hit that like, please hit that subscribe button. And I appreciate everybody here who's kicking it in the chat. We got a nerd named Mark, we had Kenny, we had Merlo. But yeah, guys, I definitely will be streaming again. If not this week, next week. Try to see if I can get 2 streams in at once. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Please be safe out there, and don't be afraid to chat down below in the comments. But yeah, y'all, this is the top 200 list. It's your boy Roliver Queen. Much love, much peace. It's your boy Roliver Queen once again, and I am out.